doesn't that look delectable? Steady rain from about 9 o'clock this morning till about 6 this afternoon. Just looking out the window, there is steady clouds, and looking at the radar, there's plenty of rain to come for today. As of right now, we are experiencing this large glob right here. He's a good boy. Certainly not me. So all we can really do is just basically doing what we're doing right now. Nuke's top 5, watch the radar, coffee. Yes, definitely coffee for today. I don't want to get too over caffeinated, especially sitting on one's rear end. So this has blown 2 of my plans for today in that general direction to the backcountries. Very simple. That is one of the plans that we had for today, or this weekend at least. But unfortunately, because it's raining, we can't officially do it just yet. Second thing for today, we do like to go fishing on a Sunday to whatever location that we decide. Because we do have 2 locations, as you guys know, that we do like to go to around here. But because it is wet and windy, everything is going to be going down to the bottom, so that blows any proportion out the water. Even a whole heap of birds were sitting up in a tree just down there. You guys would have just seen them fly up behind that big tree right there. Something obviously must have just spooked them. Even looks like someone's either having footy training or a footy match today. Looks like it doesn't matter what time of day it is, hail, rain or shine. Screw that. But I suppose with all the running around and that, it'll keep them nice and cool and charged up, ready to go. As per the typical usual nozzle, it has decided that it wants to not be so rainy, but it's still pretty bloody windy at the moment. So that means that we still can't go out the back to have a fire. Beautiful thing about now is that the fire restrictions are now officially off. So we can physically go out the back and have a fire at some point. But the question I always have is when, especially when it comes to the wind. 10 kilometers is the legal cut-off limit for any open fire out the back. Even if it is wet, cloudy and windy, still occasionally do like to come in, sit out here and basically watch the clouds move across the sky. I will admit they are motoring pretty bloody quick at the moment. As you guys can tell over here, still looking pretty bloody angry at the moment. By the looks of this, I reckon most of it's already bloody blown over. Most of it is to the south now and over the city. We did cop a bit last night and this morning with this rain, but this wind likes to stick around. Just like when we eat something and we're all gassed up, ready to go. Not only that, at the moment my bird, Becky, is trying to mate with the friggin' bells in her cage. Gotta laugh at the little girl. She loved my life, but seriously, sometimes she does the weirdest bloody things. And the funny thing is, when she's sitting out of the cage like this, there's absolutely no dramas. Up until about 7:30, 8 o'clock is when she starts squawking. That's usually her indication of, I want to go to bed, which is fair. Being 8 o'clock and being a small bird, they're usually in bed by about dusk anyways, on the highest branch that they can find, to make sure that they don't get snatched in the middle of the night. This cheeky little one here, I can tell you right now, she's, as you would say, very vocal with certain things. And she does, as you would say, love one thing: scratches. But the one thing that I do regret with Miss Becky is I have spoiled the absolute shit out of her for the last 5 years. I got her around either late 2020 or early 2021, because we did get COVID in 2021, and I do remember having her since that time. And I will admit, I have absolutely bloody spoiled her rotten. So much so, as you would say, she has me in some way whipped. I laugh at that every time I think of it. It's like, she's currently sitting on the head, and what she does is she'll go to the back of my neck, just here, and give me a little tap on the back of the head to the point, let me up. And I usually lean forward and she climbs up to the top of the head. But either way, I do love it a bit. Being a single guy for the last 16 years, it's good to have a pet that will be always very happy to see you when you do come home. Because we are fairly strongly bonded, so it's always good to come home to a pet that is like that. Don't get me wrong, I will be pretty heartbroken when the day comes for that inevitable thing. But on a little side note though, guys, it has, as you would say, gotten to a very clear afternoon. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it is come very clear. Everything has somewhat dried up, but the wind is still, in its own way, still pretty firm. We are going to keep an eye on the weather for the next 5 to 7 days, just to make sure that it's not going to be another wet, windy day, so that we can go out the back eventually to have that little fire that we were hoping to do. And this week I'll definitely be going to get some bait so that we can go fishing over the weekend. Not only that, we're going to have to keep an eye on the lawns to make sure that they don't get too, as you would say, furry or scruffy like me. But for now, being a Sunday, being one of those days where it's wet, windy and everything else in between, or in this case more or less windy, there's not much else we can do except for sit here with Miss Squawk-a-Lot and basically enjoy the rest of the day for what it's worth. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to sit back, relax and enjoy the rest of the day for what it's worth. So in saying that, guys, it is an arrivederci for now, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. I do apologise that we didn't get out and have a fish like what we were talking about in the last video. But hopefully we'll get out and do it next weekend, because we really want to try out that net. So in saying that, guys, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, thanks for being a part and everything else in between. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Until the next one, guys, as always, keep it cheesy.